So we've all seen the rising tide on the right of culture war-obsessed freaks. We have. We have the anti-trans hysteria and panic. It started out where they went after kids. Then you have a bunch of these red states targeting trans people up to age 26. You have unintended consequences or intended consequences of laws that go after trans kids, which spills over into blocking care for adults. Like in Florida, they banned you can't get care through telehealth. Well, that's 80% of the trans adults in Florida. So they were screwed as a result of that. We can go down the list here. They said nurse practitioner can no longer provide care. Well, I think it was 80% that got help from a nurse practitioner. You scare away doctors from giving this treatment at all, which is what the regulations in Florida have done. So there's the trans panic, massive crackdown, but there's also, a new rising anti-gay panic. We're seeing them welcomed back in the fray, and there's a lot of fear-mongering over them. Well, guess what? The internet is not real life. These toxic far-right bubbles where they're obsessed with these issues, it's not real life. You know what normie Americans care about? Hey, I got to pay the bills. Hey, I need higher wages. Hey, I need paid vacation time. Like, this is what normal people are thinking about. So, when you go to a trusted and respected pollster, in this case Gallup, and you ask a very simple question, do you support same-sex marriage? Look at the results. You guys are going to love this. We have hit a record high support for same-sex marriage. 71%. Record high. Last poll I saw was 70. It's ticked up now a point. Support among women, 72%. Support among men, 68%. People ages 18 to 29, 89% support. 30 to 49, 78% support. 50 to 64, 59% support. 65 plus, 60% support. It's interesting. The boomers actually support it by 1 point more than Gen X. I mean, it's statistically insignificant, but that's an interesting thing to point out. That Gen X and the boomers are basically the same. And it's 60%, which is a strong majority. Democrats, 84% support. Independents, 78% support. Even Republicans, 49% support. That's 1 point away from 50. Statistically insignificant. Basically half of Republican voters say, yeah, I'm fine with gay marriage. Wow. So at the same time, they're leaning into this culture war crusade. Half of their own base is like, Reel it in, dog. Reel it in a little bit. And then they did it by region too. In the West, 77% support. In the Midwest, 73%. In the East, 72%. And in the South, 64%. Guys, these numbers are devastating. The more they lean into this, the more they try to pass laws around it, the more they are going to alienate themselves from normie voters, from moderate voters, from the overwhelming majority of Americans. And so the reason why I wanted to bring this up for you is to give you guys that little bit of hope, right? That sometimes what you see online is not real life. The Daily Wire's anti-LGBTQ crusade, yes, it's big among the Daily Wire fans, but outside of online in certain circles, people roll their eyes at this crap, man. They really do. And you know what? They're right. I mean, what do you have? People on the right online boycotting Target, Chick-fil-A, any company that has a goddamn pride flag. They're freaking out over a Disney movie that has a, black main character or whatever. Like, who cares about any of it? Who cares? Who cares? Just a bunch of online weirdos. And this is further verification of that fact. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.